Hey guys, John Luxa here, back with our Subnautica playthrough. So last time we did a bunch of preparations and we got ready to go to the Aurora, so this time that's what we're gonna do. So we'll just kind of take a quick look, make sure we're all topped off on all of our stuff. Drop all the equipment that we don't need, or, you know.
Emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
And then we'll head to the Aurora. Alright, how we doing on that? Water, salt.
Power restored.
Got it.
All primary systems online.
Okay, we got some water, food, we have some of that. Got some health kits. Laser cutter, light stick. I figure we're gonna need another locker right here. Oh, that's really... Hopefully that goes well. Let me just let's see, switch out. Okay, rebreather. Habitat builder we're not going to need. Scanner we will. Repair tool we will. Laser cutter we will. Light stick, no. Thermoblade, not really, but we'll hang on to it just to be on the safe side. Propulsion cannon we will definitely need. Actually swap that out with a fresh battery right now. That was not... Okay, there we go. Let's try this. So you don't really need to take a lot of batteries. You're going to find some on the Aurora, but, you know, if you can, you want to make sure your stuff's all topped off. Food's not necessarily an issue either, because you're going to find some nutrient blocks on the ship. And you'll find a little bit of water, but you always want to take some just to be on the safe side. You know what? These are almost good. Just a little bit more, and then we can, well, top ourselves off and then fill the rest of the planters. Okay, so 100% doesn't count. Apparently it's got to be 101 for it to be a full... Oh wait, hang on. Is it done? Maybe? Alright, so if you hack them, you get seeds. And then you just put 4 in there. Marble melons you pick up, and you eat those. They give you a good amount of food and water. And that's really why you want to take... Eventually, when you get your Cyclops, you'll just build a couple of these on there. And then fill them with marble melons. Ah, I have a bunch of cat hair in my mouth. The smaller of the two cats.
Welcome aboard. All systems online.
The smaller cat was very friendly a little bit earlier. Wanted a ton of attention. So I was happy to pet him. But he has a tendency to shed everywhere. Okay, so currently we're behind the Aurora. We don't want to go too far. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna have to deal with you. Eventually. But not now. We'll just head this way. I don't like bone sharks. They're such a pain. Maybe I should have let him down into the thermal thing, but Okay, so we're doing okay. There's going to be a Reaper over there. So we're kind of gonna... So we'll just kind of take a peek at some of the wreckage. Looks like there's a lot of grav traps and beacons and other stuff. Oh, no big wrecks right there, but there will be some. Okay, and we want to be on the lookout for that Lifepod. Oh, see, now you can hear it. Data downloads, code and clues, Lifepod 4. That'll be in this area. Additionally, you'll see a couple other pieces of wreck. That is, well, I mean, yeah, that's a piece of wreckage, but not entirely what I was looking for. Unfortunately, that thing in the middle is not... Oh, there's a crash fish right there. That's good. That's not a Cyclops engine, unfortunately. Hey, that's a door frame. That's kind of cool. That thing right there, we do want that. That's a fancy coffee machine right there. Okay, so we're going to swim over that way. Hopefully not trigger the crash fish. And then we'll... see, we triggered it. Son of a... Well, you know what? That's okay. Those things are touchy. They are touchy. For some reason, it doesn't give you a... Oh, okay, well... Okay, well, we got it. I didn't realize there was two of those MFers under there. Hang on, we really don't have a blueprint for the coffee machine? Let's read about the Prawn Suit Mark III, even though we haven't fully unlocked it yet. The Pressure Reactive Waterproof Nanosuit is a range of mechs designed to protect the pilot from extreme environments. The Mark III is the latest iteration and has so far only been rolled out by Altera for their own high-value phase-gate-related operations. The suit is fully insulated from the outside environment. Powerful hydraulic limbs allow for manipulation of objects and powered traversal of the environment. Rear-mounted thrusters provide maneuverability in low-gravity environments. Range of modifications are available to facilitate resource extraction and enhanced exploration. The Prawn Suit, it's got you covered. Right on. And you'll notice it uses power cells and it has a little storage thing on the back. So it didn't show up there, but it will show up in here. Coffee vending machine. It synthesizes hydrating, caffeine-free coffee. So it's kind of like the coffee machines we have at work. Alright. Just take a peek in this locker real fast, make sure there's nothing in there. Oh, there is that girl. Who is she? Well, I mean, she's concept art. That doesn't really answer the question. I assume she's the girl talked about in a lot of the Aurora logs because her picture's in everybody's locker. But maybe that's not true. It's not explicitly stated one way or another. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of peek around real fast, make sure there's no additional technology that we need. What was that? Part of the Sea Glide. I can already see there's a door that needs to be cut open. Except, no. I was incorrect. And, yep. Always make sure you get the little... that thing. All right. Door open. Cool. So we have a locker, chair that we've already scanned, more lockers. That is a sea glide fragment, which we'll just leave for now, because if we pick up every little thing in here, that's not going to do a whole lot. And this might go outside, or it might take us to another compartment. Okay, takes us to another compartment, which you can't get to any other way. So you have a swivel chair, you have a stasis rifle fragment, which we do have the plans for, but we haven't built yet. Let's see. And yes, I realize I could use my propulsion cannon, but there's no real need for it. There's nothing really in the boxes. So all in all, that was kind of a waste, I guess, but you know, if you need titanium, there's always that. Alright, so back up. Back to the sea moth. Okay, what was that? Degassi habitat. In that direction, about 1,300 meters. So we are getting close to the Aurora. It looks small-ish from a distance, but you can see it's pretty freaking big. Now the good thing about the Aurora and the surrounding areas, there's a few things actually. One is that there's supply crates everywhere, full of batteries and water and nutrient blocks. So that's always handy. Number two, lots of Cyclops parts like this one right here. Lots of quartz, lots of titanium. You'll notice the environment, like the lighting changed again. It's now more of a brownish. First aid kit, sure. You can hear our friend the Reaper. There's another bridge fragment right there. We'll take care of that in a second. Another battery. The just like the fragments, the supply boxes are kind of random as well. Not only with location, but also what's in them. And then if you want, you can, you know, get out of the water and climb around, but why? You know, you can grab some metal. That's basically it. So the third thing you want to kind of pay attention to, in addition to the fragments, see there's more water. That's always handy. I mean, it's really super handy because look at what our water is already. It's, you know, 65. So we'll just drink that. But the third thing is something we need back at our base. Oh, there's another bridge fragment and another one right over there. It is a power transmitter. Boom, we have the blueprint for the bridge.
Blueprint acquired. Welcome aboard, Captain.
So if we scroll up, there you go. You have the bridge, you have the engine. Well, it would have been nice if it was like 2 out of 3, but it's, you know, it's just like, hey, we don't know. What you need now is the hull. And we also have the thermal reactor module, which will be super handy. Fire suppression system, which, I mean, you know, it's up to you and how you play. And look at that thing. Look at how big it is. So we're just gonna kind of try and keep an eye out for a bent. That's probably a light stick or nothing. There it is, I think. So this is your power transmitter. You only need one, even though it's a fragment. Boom. Alright. You'll also notice propulsion cannon fragments. Because, so in some of the earlier builds, there were multiple ways to get into the Aurora, which, honestly, it's kind of cool. It makes sense, you know, it's a wrecked ship, and you'd think when it crashed full speed into the surface of a planet, you'd think it would be full of holes and the like. Unfortunately, it's not. Instead, they went from, I think, like three entrances to only one. So now you have to approach the front of the ship and find the very specific way in now. I mean, that, you know, that's fine. Oh, and there's the pod. When we can see the orange straight ahead, so we'll head for that. Now that we have the power transmitter. This area is pretty tame as well. There's a few stalkers. What is that? That is nothing of importance. And there's a sandshark. I think that's cool that you can actually see their fins sticking out of the water. And you can see this environment is fairly benign. It's not bad. There's some sand sharks, there's some stalkers, but you don't really have to worry about a whole lot. There's plenty of you know, metal salvage around. There's some fish that you can eat if you need. There's a few supply containers. All in all, it's a pretty good little area. And they really do supply you pretty handily. Tons of supplies. And I'm just constantly amazed by how big the ship is. Okay, so the whole front of the section was blown off. You can try looking on the sides, but that's not really going to do anything for you. What you end up having to do, first off, let's find that, Whoa! Sand sharks can fly. Jeez. That was unexpected. Okay, first thing first, see how, like, you can see that. You can see the Lifepod clearly, but only from the air. Alright, so we have a cool little first aid kit. We have the creature decoy. That's pretty handy.
Print acquired.
And then an abandoned PDA.
Integrating new PDA data.
That bang that you heard a couple seconds ago was Jack, the smaller of my two cats, and he's trying to get into a box.
To any Altera crew. Landed in area of significant alien activity. Encountered predators in the Leviathan class, highly aggressive. Spectroscope scanner assigned species designator Reaper. One specimen attempted to swallow the Lifepod, doing extensive damage in the process. Only viable option is to make for the safety of the Aurora crash site. I have retrieved a data box with the creature decoy and enough resources to fabricate a couple of them. The swim's longer than the decoy lifetime, but it should just be enough to keep them busy. If you don't find me on board the ship, presume I miscalculated.
Yeah, that's kind of messed up. Although honestly, it would be better if... Well, I mean, you know, it'd be nice to find him. But, I don't know, he should have built a couple of them. He said he had a couple. Okay, so we're gonna head towards the front of the Aurora. What is that down there? Quartz? Okay. Quartz is fine. Yeah, there's a sandshark following us, but, you know, it's alright. Okay, there you can hear the Reaper. We won't really be able to see it. Not in the darkness, but you can hear it.
Life form readings in this region are sparse. The Aurora's radioactive fallout will have devastating effects on the alien ecosystem if not contained within the next 24 hours.
Yep, so it's not actually true about the whole alien ecosystem, 24 hours, all that stuff. It would really be interesting, but it's not. It doesn't have an effect. You can hear it. Eventually we will get close and scan one. That'll be an adventure for another day though. And I don't really remember those pieces of wreck being there. So there's a few ways you can do this, but basically you just got to get inside the blown off front. So I think it's just right up here. I usually go down and follow the bottom until you find a hole and then slip through, but okay, it's basically just right here, right at that sparking area with the little landing thing. If you come up from down there, you can get trapped, not necessarily trapped, but get lost, because there's like multiple decks, and it's like a maze on the inside. So we're just gonna go up here. We'll just kind of surface real fast to... Yep, okay, and you can see all the little crabs. Thankfully the sun's coming up. So the Reapers won't really bother you in here as long as you don't trigger them. Oh right, I remember why I need this now. It's time for more crab battling. There's... You know what? You know what I want to do? Let's try this. I don't know if this actually works. Maybe so. Sweet. Okay, this is pretty awesome. Go into the fire and, can I shoot it in the fire? That might have... I don't know if that killed it or not, but it certainly hurt it. You saw the splash of stuff. And so you see now I'm down to 80% power. Is that another one? Is that a dead one? Every time you shoot it, I can't tell if that's alive or not. It probably is, so we're just going to try hacking at it. Okay, well, it's not alive anymore. Right, so every time you shoot, especially by mistake, it costs you 5% of the battery's power. And this whole area looks different too, which I don't really mind. It's just interesting how much they change with every patch lately. Alright, so fire, and that is one thing I did not bring, was the fire extinguisher. Luckily there's one right here. Right, so they basically want to gate off... Oh, why am I getting hurt? They're basically trying to gate off the Aurora until you have enough stuff. Okay, so you go through here. You can actually slip through that area, but there is this right here.
Integrating new PDA
And then when you turn around to
data.
surface for water, you're like, hey, what's that? What is that? Well, life forms readings are sparse. Yep. Codes and clues, lab access. If you need to tweak your equipment, please use the mod station in the forward section or retrieve pre-configured equipment from the lab next door to the data coil. Door code is 6483. Okay, so flashlight on, swim under here, avoid the boxes. What was that, what did it want me to scan? Cool, okay. So it doesn't really give you any feedback, it's just like you click on it, 6, 4, no. 4, 8, 3, boom. Unlocked, so we open it. Data terminal.
New blueprint acquired. Data bank corruption was detected on your PDA. Your technology blueprints have been updated.
So there's a fair amount of stuff in here to pick up. Basically all these little containers.
New PDA data.
Well, not that one, but you can pick up the sample analyzer and some of the other stuff, the microscope. I think that thing right there, sample flasks. It's just for decoration. You don't actually need it. Going in here, though, brings you back right there, and there's another little lock. Then yes, they need everything. You need everything to get through here. Fire extinguisher, propulsion cannon, laser cutter. Yes, you'll need a repair tool as well. It's kind of neat. It's like a little microcosm. Then just get out of my face. Little microcosm of the all the wrecks essentially. Okay, so we're gonna read that.
New PDA data.
So public documents is what can we learn from the Hive Minds of Strayer 5. That thing is long. We're not going to read that now. Okay, Aurora black box data. So basically what happened when it was shot down. Initiated slingshot maneuver around planet 4546 Bravo. High velocity energy pulse detected on planet surface. Emergency distress signal sent to Altera listening buoy via long-range comm relay. Impact detected. Lifepod bays on starboard side compromised. Outgoing communications compromised. Right, so it wasn't able to signal Altera necessarily. And anyone that was in the starboard side life pod is just done. Emergency evacuation initiated. Manual piloting transferred to Captain Hollister. Life pods 1 through 25 launched successfully, entering planetary atmosphere. Massive impact registered. Drive core shield compromised. Emergency bounce backs received from 8 life pods on planet surface. Human life signs detected over long range at T plus 8 hours 1. That's us. Personnel unaccounted for. Non-essential systems maintenance chief Riley Robinson. That's also us. Altera, I don't understand how you're unaccounted for when you're the human life sign, but whatever. Altera HQ rescue solution received at T plus 8 hours. 2 high priority terminal and captain's quarters. Monitoring equipment failed at T plus 13 hours. So this doesn't quite line up with the timeline because, for us it's day 29. And we got we just got the thing on day 22 where we finally got a response from them. So, yeah. But anyway. So you want to go down here into this nightmare of pipes and stuff. Looks like a Borg cube in here. And then just kind of keep swimming. It's really only a one-way thing. You can kind of go that way a little bit, but hang on, didn't there used to be a Well, okay, maybe not anymore. There used to be like a flashlight around here. I mean, the flashlight didn't have batteries, so it was essentially useless, but... Well, maybe not. I mean, you've been picking up batteries, so... You know. Another fire extinguisher. Those will help. Got a box. More boxes. So really not a lot underwater in here, but... So you have some prawn suits right there. Prawn suit fragments, specifically. That is a door. I've never been able to get in it. Right, so basically this is the locker room area and the rest of the ship. And this is the... Well, we're in the prawn bay, but through that door up there is the quarters, living quarters. Right, so there's a couple things in here that...
Picking up a faint black box signature originating on the other side of the hull breach in this room.
Yep. So there's a couple things that you want. First, scan all the prawn suit fragments you can. Okay, so yeah, even though we scanned 3 prawn suit fragments, it messed up. Because we had 3 out of 4 previously, and now we have another. We have another radio signal. That's okay. There's plenty in here. There's like probably 5 or 6 fragments. So even if you have 0 when you come in here, you'll be able to get all the ones that you need. I'm just going to run over here and get this one. And that should do us. Right on. So we now have the prawn suit.
Acquired.
Or the ability to build it anyway. Now... Okay, that should be good. You'll notice there's something sticking out of here. It's a storage module, either for your prawn or for your sea moth. One of the two. So you just kind of move all these out of the way as best you can. I mean, it's not a perfect solution. And of course a desk. Who doesn't want a desk? No, okay, we'll just jump. Right, so I mean, just look at our food and water. Like, it doesn't seem like that long since we've, you know, been in here. And you can kind of see in there, and there's like, it looks like there's nothing in there. So, you know, I've tried stacking all those boxes and more, because you can't, I mean, you can't climb the ladder, you have to jump up there somehow. It's just... Really? Okay. There used to be one of those supply chests right there. So, alright, we'll just drink some water, that's fine. Guess they're in here now. Okay, so we have more. There's nutrient blocks all over the place. We'll eat one now. Boom. Whatever, we'll use one of those two, just because we're, like, I mean, obviously they fill you up. There's nutrient blocks, there's some just straight up filtered water, which gives you the, you know, the 20 instead of the 30. There's more of that, more of that. It's, you know, it's good stuff. So, this is a place to get the vending machine if you haven't gotten it before. So I believe...
New blueprint acquired.
I don't know, I think this was the game where I got the chips in our time capsule. Yeah, I think we got some chips. So that's where that's what comes out of the vending machine. You build it and you just click on it. But we can't click on this one, can we? Nope. Okay. You have to actually build it in your base, and then you'll get it. Then in PDA, today's menu. Well,
New PDA data.
It's there, but that's not accurate anymore. Also, let's take this. Another fire extinguisher if you need it right there, which we probably will, but... Well, we'll see. We have 2 so far. And there's a trash can if you need that as well. Basically, I mean, there's no real need to put out every fire. Okay. I think we had gotten a single bed before, but it probably didn't have that little cloth on the end of it.
New blueprint acquired.
And then more prawn, more posters in general. That one's the C poster for the prawn suit.
Integrating
Take
new
more
PDA
water.
Data.
Why not? Why not? These carry-alls, little duffel bags, you can pick those up, but they take up, I want to say like 9 squares.
Integrating new PDA data.
There is a lot of PDAs, just like there's a lot of batteries, a lot of carry-alls, a lot of stuff. Lots of stuff to pick up. Drink the filtered water. Yeah, see, can we pick one of these things up? No, we don't want to open the storage, we want to pick it up. Okay, never mind, it only takes up 4, but I think it can have 9 inside of it, but it takes up 4, so, you know. Oh, we didn't go this way. That door is inaccessible. Not just because of the fire, but because of the stuff in front of it. More supply crates. More batteries. How many do we have now? Jeez. I'm good on batteries, I think, for now. Good with first aid kits. What does that say? Manual. Docking procedure. Okay. You don't need that anymore. Altera. I can't read what that says. Yeah. Docking procedure. Okay, well, lots of docking going on. There's a poster for Natural Selection 2, also developed by these guys, the devs, I mean. And on the other side, we have, of course, more rooms. This one has a prawn land poster. And... yeah, just... you know, obviously avoid that. That's locked. Captain's quarters. We have this. Let's see. Public documents. Let's read. Oh, well, okay. That's fine. We'll read this. Starter. Spaceboar volute. Since their introduction to the interstellar vacuum in the 21st century, microscopic tardigrades, or space bears, have adapted and flourished where no other life forms have survived. Condensed into a smooth, nutty, protein-rich soup, they are the freshest local ingredients available to travelers on long-haul space flights. So, kind of like algae. Main, cottage pie or a nutrient block. Rehydrated minced beef in its own gravy, served with a topping of mashed Chinese potato, picked fresh this morning from onboard grow beds, and a side of sautéed Chinese potato plant leaves. For the time-conscious consumer, the usual nutrient block options are available. They may be consumed cold or reconstituted at the on-site fabricator. Dessert, dried fruits and nuts. Unfortunately, a recent accident in Cargo Bay 3 involving the incorrect application of a repulsion cannon in combination with a modified battery charger, resulting in the venting into space of all dehydrated desserts. Fruit and nuts will be the only available dessert for the next 39 weeks. I bet someone got their ass handed to them over that. And this is probably funny. I mean, I think it's funny.
Listen, I know I don't have the right to make demands of you, but I need you to understand that I want to change our arrangement.
I hear what you're saying, and I will try to respect it. How would you like to change it?
I would like to reduce our contact hours.
How much further can we do that?
To 0.
You're dumping me.
I'm changing the terms of our relationship.
How is it still a relationship if we don't see each other?
It's a relationship of a kind. You have so many expectations.
I feel you just want to spend more time with that dumb guy in his dumb robot suit.
That's not a feeling. It's a judgment. And I feel hostility in what you're saying. Perhaps your jealousy is a sign that you need to take another look at your business model. Why can't you just be happy for me?
I am happy for you, and I'm happy for all the guys in the prawn bay. I'm just not happy for me.
This is why I want to change our arrangement.
So Wilson, the one that was saying, one that is going to make all the guys in the prawn bay happy, speculation online is that Wilson's the one that is the picture in everybody's locker. So, yeah. All right. Let's see. Woods and clues. Captain's quarters. 2679. We read that already, right? Yeah. Blueprints to Aurora's main computer. High security terminal located behind the prawn bray, from which blueprints should be accessible. Code is 2679. 2. Yeah, see, no feedback. It's just like, oh, hey, it's a texture. 2679. All right. Here it is.
Integrating new PDA data.
So it also gave you the blueprints for the Neptune escape rocket and this.
Average long-range transmission delay, 8 hours. Opening last recorded transmissions.
This is an emergency distress call. Aurora is on collision course with planet 4546b. Sending all available environmental data. Please respond with rescue solution. Out.
This is Altera HQ. Attached to this message, you should find the blueprints for an escape ship that we calculate will be capable of breaking orbit and getting you back to the nearest phase gate. Now, it's designed to use materials you can find in situ, but it's gonna need one hell of a power source. Now, we'll be sure to...
Aurora long-range communications really offline.
Yep. Not so good. So maybe they did send it to the ship, and then I was the one they're like, hey, we have access codes or whatever. So there's an Aurora miniature. I assume it's the same model as the actual Aurora itself. I mean, I don't mean this is a model of the Aurora. I mean, like, this is just a small version of the one that we're in. Since, programming and all that. We'll take the captain's log. Loading program. Craig McGill simulator. Size, 1 player. Captain Hot Dog Hollister. Map Boreal 9. Resources normal. You are exploring a quiet alien backwater when the ship you arrived in here implodes. It must be the arachnid kidney poachers. Quick, what will you do? Search the alien crash site, farm alien plants, use the tectonic de-imploder, unavailable. We'll farm alien plants. I love how it's like a text adventure. That's just what Craig McGill would do. After foraging for some hours, you've collected a number of potentially farmable foodstuffs. Which will you sustain yourself with? Stankroot, tea roaches, tree roaches. Did I say tea roaches? Starwall eggs. While the starwall eggs are nutritious, the life cycle of these vast, spacefaring creatures is much too slow to sustain a farm, and besides, their mother is extremely angry with you. Fight the Starwall, apologize to the Starwall, accept your fate. Craig McGill knows there's no reasoning with a mother scorned. You are not so much torn apart as swallowed whole and disintegrated. The atoms that you thought were you are gradually redistributed in service of the Starwall's continued survival. Would you like to continue? No. Well then. He's not as much as a hot dog as he thought. So you can pick up the Aurora miniature and, use it to decorate your stuff. You can pick up the poster of the Aurora as well, which is pretty cool, to be honest. But we're just going to leave those there for now. And maybe forever. So cabin 1, honestly I don't remember the code off the top of my head, but you'll find it later in the ship. You can always stop in there for a bite to eat if needed. And thought about jumping, through the fire, but we won't. Alright. This is the door we fixed earlier. Another battery. What am I up to now? 6. Music changed. It's cool. So here's the locker room. Plenty of batteries, plenty of disinfected water and regular water and all that stuff. Another battery, first aid kit, then a PDA suite offer. I believe this is the one.
Integrating new PDA data.
2. Wilson. You're telling me you've been on this rig for more than a year and you never took a ride on the outside? Well now, you've only gone and got yourself a friend with the keys to a giant frickin' robot suit. We've plain got nothing to do till we get Starside to work on the gate. You want to taste the stars, you've only got to say, my spare prawn suit's got your name on it. You don't know what power feels like till you've crushed an asteroid with your bare, heavily, mechanically augmented hands. Want to play catch with a passing meteor? Come by cabin number 1. Codes 1869. Yep. Oh, Wilson. Oh, Wilson. And another one of you. Aurora, auxiliary mission orders.
New PDA data.
We will check to see Prawn Bay. Prawn Bay. Check out the mission orders here in a second. Like right now. Degassi survivors. Altera search and rescue. Auxiliary mission orders. Mission search and rescue. Target crew of the Mongolian vessel Degassi. Last known position, vicinity of planet 4546 Bravo, Ariadne arm. Contact, Mongolian emissary Yoki Kassar. Aurora passenger quarters. Brief visit, or mission brief. Brief visit? Wow, okay. Brain is tired, apparently. A Mongolian vessel, the Degassi, disappeared almost a decade ago, carrying with it a high-ranking Mongolian chief. Corporate insurance has purchased passage aboard the Aurora for emissary Kassar, and your orders are to make every reasonable effort to locate and retrieve the Degassi crew members without compromising the primary mission. Since they're planning to build a phase gate like right next to 4546 Bravo, it shouldn't compromise at all. Confirming the fate of the crew will aid Altera's diplomatic efforts with the Mongolian Council. Mission details. Yep. Aurora is due to perform a slingshot maneuver around 4546 Bravo, Category 3 ocean planet, approximately 13 months post-launch. Okay, I thought it was 3 years, but it's only a year, I guess. This will bring the ship within range of the Degassi's last known position. Additional aquatic and all-terrain vehicles have been included in the Aurora's cargo package for this mission. Degassi crew manifesto has been distributed to senior employees in a separate message, which we have all of them now. We don't have all of the Degassi logs, but we have all of the, bios and all that stuff. Let's see. You know what? Let's grab another nutrient block or two. I mean, we have to head back here anyway. Because we want to check out cabin number 1. And the sweet offer that it entails. Oh, sorry, it's right. Just pick it up off the floor and eat it. Whatever, we'll grab a couple. Boom, 139. That should keep us for a little bit. And, okay, there we... Come on, come on, come on. There we go. They're only the 20 bottles, so, you know, we'll need them soon enough. And I believe it was 1869. Okay. Open the door. So you have a, well, supply crate, but whatever. You can get a hat. This is what you really want. The arcade gorge toy. What is gorge? I don't know. Another supply crate, carry-all thing. Responsible autonomous relationships. Foreword by Jenny Eckhart. All the good things in life are commodities. We trade love just as we buy and sell stock. We engage in human relationships when there is a fair exchange of value. Support, motivation, affection, nothing good is ever free. If every physical good in the Federation came from a single supplier, it would constitute a dangerous monopoly. Personal relationships are the same. It is important for people to get what they need from multiple sources. Oh, baby. If a person... or you could do the... is it George Takei? The, you know, original Star Trek. Oh my. If a person finds a better source of the goods they require, they are not wronging their original supplier by changing their purchasing arrangements. If one member of a relationship should feel threatened or jealous, they must look at their own business model and ask whether it is performing competitively. There was always room for improvement. Yep. You know, some of that stuff is, honestly, probably good. I mean, you know, if we were a little more responsible with our relationships and, you know, went with, I don't know. I mean, there's pros and cons to each. A lot of people fall in and out of love and all that stuff, and, you know, they're in it only for the good times, not the bad. So maybe it's more like that business arrangement thing than we thought. All right, so back here. Let's cut this bad boy open. Oh my. Okay. Go through here. I love how there's like all this debris, like paper just floating around. That's kind of cool to me. Okay, so.
Scans of damage to the Aurora do not match any known offensive technologies.
That is correct. Now you do have to watch out. I think... I don't know if you can really see it. That's paper, I think, but typically there's bleeders swimming around in here, so just be careful. Also, this door, for whatever reason, Seamoth Bay, I always forget it. But you don't want to. You don't want to forget it. So if you don't yet have the Seamoth, and you don't have your Altera docking procedure manual, this is a good place for it. You get another PDA with a VR suite.
Integrating new PDA
and then you get
data.
2 pieces of a Seamoth where you can get your whole Seamoth from. But the real reason to come in here is this. Seamoth Depth Module Mark 1. That increases our crush depth so that our Seamoth will now be able to go to 300 meters instead of 200. That's not a battery, even though it looks like one.
The drive core shielding sustained internal damage during collision. Do not attempt repair without appropriate qualifications.
Okay, am I like half through the floor? Kind of? Well, so that message about, you know, don't repair without appropriate qualifications, da-da-da. That's, oh yeah, see, we were through the floor. It's kind of misleading, because it's basically like, hey, don't repair the drive. But you need to. You need to. I don't know why. It's kind of, it's misleading. It's straight up misleading. But the other reason, the other big reason to come in here is this.
Warning, local radiation at maximum tolerable level.
Not the radiation warning. It's this right here. Cyclops engine efficiency module.
New blueprint acquired.
So basically, recycles heat byproduct to increase engine efficiency. I think it cuts down your power use by like a third or something. It's important because your Cyclops, since it's like a mobile base, it's a real frickin' pain. Right, scan the breach. Boom. Drive core shielding breach. The Aurora's drive core is shielded by a thick metal shell, which breached in multiple locations shortly after the crash. Once breach, wow, I can't talk again. It will continue to leak radiation into the surrounding environment until the breaches are sealed. After that point, the radiation in the environment will dissipate over time. This procedure should only be attempted with appropriate radiation protection and a fully charged repair tool. See, if it had said that instead of like you need to be a fully qualified whatever, do not attempt to repair without appropriate qualifications. You know, also, let's be honest, your main character, Riley Robinson, is non-essential. I mean, okay, let's be honest, the drive is an essential system, but you're a maintenance chief, you know, so you repair shit. You know, you don't repair the drive. Wait, hang on. Normally you can scan something, I thought, but whatever. So there's a few of these things.
Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected.
Yep. So there's like 11.
Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected.
You can tell where they are just because of the sparks shooting out. Oh, there's one of the bleeders. Now, do I have the bleeder scanned? Indigenous life forms, fauna, carnivores maybe? Do I not have? Okay, well, we'll scan it then. Great. Okay, where is it? There's one. I thought I'm pretty sure I have it. Okay, it's not letting me scan, so I must have it. I just don't know where it is. I guess it's not a carnivore.
Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected.
I mean, I guess it's not a carnivore. You know, it doesn't eat.
Containment breach repaired.
Oh.
Further breaches
Oh, you.
detected.
Oh, you. Usually, when they get that close, they just auto-attach to you, so I don't know why it didn't, but I'm okay with that. Yeah, I mean, they just kind of suck your blood, so
Containment breach repaired.
they're
Further breaches
not necessarily a carnivore, but... Oh, you son of a...
Containment breach
See?
repaired.
Whack it with your fist. And, man, it's still coming. Little bloodthirsty sucker.
Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected. Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I saw one. I mean, you know, I am seeing them, but you know what I mean. Like out of the corner of my eye. Oh, come on.
Breach repaired.
You
Breaches detected.
little punk. See, we're only at like 52. Oh, it's gonna... Man, these things are a pain.
Containment breach repaired.
One more.
Further breaches detected.
So you don't need a necessarily full repair tool.
Drive core breach sealed. Radiation levels decreasing.
All right. So I don't believe you can take your radiation suit off just yet. It does seem to be, I don't know. Originally, it was like, you know, three in-game days. That doesn't actually seem to be the case. At least it hasn't been that way for me. Though, I don't know. Maybe I'm just lucky. I don't know. I don't know why I can't. Usually, you can scan these things. And there's nothing in that, unfortunately. I don't know why I can't scan them. Usually it's like, you know, the drive unit or something like that. Well, okay. So aside from the Neptune rocket, which you need to escape the planet, and you know what? Let's do one of these, and one of you. So you need the Neptune rocket to escape, to beat the game, essentially. You also need... Well, you don't need to shut off the radiation, but it helps. Because then you can get close to the Aurora without, you know, without wearing the radiation suit. And yeah, see, there's the little bastard running around. Sometimes there's stuff down there, like that thing. But I don't want to be in the water with the bleeder, so, you know, we're just going to go... And then you can just walk up. Just walk up the side of these things. Just walk up this. Okay. Right, so there's this right here.
Integrating new PDA data.
I'm not going to read that just yet. We'll read everything, though, at some point. So the Aurora is basically done. You know, you can go through, you can rearrange the boxes if you want to climb up there, or you can just go around here. I mean, you know, because you can go all the way back to the end, or to the beginning, but, you know, you're not really saving time doing that. Nutrient block, sure. So this used to be the old way in, actually. Because, like, that was locked at one point. And that, one of the codes you'd find elsewhere. And so...
Aurora systems are running on local reserve power. Unable to remotely download black box data.
Right, so I feel like you probably should have gotten that at the beginning. Because it's like, hey, you know, you want to remotely download the data, but you can't. That's fine, I suppose. And, okay. It's not really working out. Okay, maybe if I push you. Okay, that pushing works. Good. So also the Aurora shaking like this, it doesn't actually do anything. It kind of... I mean, it does feel like it's gonna fall into the Aurora engineering drone log.
New PDA data.
So that's the way out. Like the shaking makes it feel like it's gonna fall. And I mean, you know, technically it's on the side of a crater. Like the whole map is a big like a dormant volcano. Just gonna chuck this. See, because you can't reclaim it, so it's kind of ironic, really. Drop an empty fire extinguisher and then it goes into the flames. It's like, why not? Is that ironic? I don't know. I'm probably using it wrong, but whatever. All right. Notes to self.
Integrating new PDA
So here we are,
data.
finally in open space. Across the galaxy to install a phase gate, send ships to mine resources to build more expensive ships to install fancier phase gates. Are we trying to exhaust the galaxy or just ourselves? Use birthday, weeks before we get home. Weeks it feels like before we get home. Not enough credits, Altera. Cargo bay code. Yeah. So you find this, and then you can unlock that door that was already unlocked. Another little,
Integrating new PDA data.
sure, well, yeah, okay. Phase gate announced for the Ariadne arm. Altera launches the Aurora. The furthest reaches of inhabited space are due to expand as Altera Corp launches a newly constructed capital ship carrying a phase gate bound for the Ariadne arm. The Aurora traveled from space dock on the edge of Altera space, making hundreds of consecutive phase gate jumps through 9 different Transgov authorities, and arrive on the far side of the Ariadne arm in 3 months' time. 3 months? Okay. From there, the command crew will pilot a ship beyond the final phase gate. Okay, arriving in the next solar system approximately 18 months later. There, the elite team of engineers will begin a 6-month construction project on the new phase gate, a multi-trillion credit investment. In the absence of existing infrastructure in the region, the vessel is equipped with advanced thermal and nuclear power facilities. Altera Corp currently operates 9% of all phase gates in that galaxy. If the Aurora's mission is successful, Altera will have outmaneuvered a cabal of Mongolian corporations operating a range of outposts and mines in the region. It's kind of messed up, isn't it? Like, Altera, there's like a war, and they basically leave the Chinese states to starve, and then they're like, well, we're just gonna outperform you, and so they basically have taken over while Altera didn't. So I mean, I'm sure there's more than that, more to it than that, but that's what I pick up from my limited, you know, vocab. Not vocab. Lore knowledge of the Natural Selection 2 / Subnautica universe. So you got more of those little jerks running around. Because this was going to be one of the ways in. So, yeah, you have a fire extinguisher, you have a first aid kit. It's time to launch some of these suckers. Woohoo! Yeah! Launch them at the frickin' Reaper. Is that another one? Yep. It disappeared. I don't mind at all. I don't mind at all. So you're basically above where you came in. The actual sea moth is over there. Yeah, so we're kind of, well, yeah, honestly, I'm not sure how you're supposed to get in up there originally, but it changed. Oh, they're all still running around down here. Well, whatever. Screw them. Okay,
Welcome aboard, Captain.
it is daytime, so we'll just kind of poke our head down here a little bit and see if we can see that Reaper. And that was probably it. Yep, there it is. You don't want to get too close to that sucker, because they're big. They're big and they're mean. Alright, so we'll head back to the base. And then we'll stop. Right, so the radiation from the Aurora has been taken care of. We've gotten the... Well, now we have the prawn suit. We have some upgrades for our stuff. All those guys are fighting. Sandsharks are going after the stalker. And stalker runs away. Yeah, so we got the prawn. Turned off the radiation. Got the Neptune escape rocket. We're doing okay. Doing okay. One step closer to, you know, the end of the game. Just, no tunes. No tunes or anything. No little radio. It's all good. And I love how you can see, basically you can see your base from just about the other side of the map. Like, because you have I have a glass window on it, so, you know. Oh, right, we do have that, we do have that, power transmitter.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay. Yep, there's water. You ever need to know what it looks like? Alright. Yeah. So, oh, right, radio. Oh, hey. Crab snake got a little bigger. A little bit bigger. It'll supposedly gets full size whenever you just take it out of there and put it in the, you know, the outside. And power transmitter, gold and titanium works for me. One of each. We'll hook that up real fast. Real fast, like. Also, oh, well. Swap that out. That works for now. That works for now. Gotta get all my OCD stuff back in order. Okay. So we have ourselves our thermal reactor here. Exterior modules. Extends the range, so we'll just put it right here. Why not? Boom. Well, it goes through the earth, but that's fine. Right, because our foundation is technically part of the base, so now we have thermal power. Man, that reef pack is close, but that's cool. Shine on. Thought I heard a bone shark coming after me. But yeah, so you'll notice we now have 900 power instead of 650. That adds a little bit extra.
This is Lifepod 7. Coordinates attached. Pod is structurally sound, but the fabricator's bust. Requesting assistance. 7 out.
Signal coordinates corrupted. Approximate transmission origin recorded to data bank.
Yep, so it doesn't tell you where it is. and it's actually one of the bigger pains in the butt to get. So, you know, I'll show you guys that, don't worry, but... Oh, right. The Seamoth upgrades. Depth module. So we have the Mark 1, which you need to upgrade in order to get your next ones. All this stuff we can get. I don't think we have magnetite at the moment. We'll have to get more of that at the jelly shroom caves, but that's not, you know, that's not too big of a issue. So we will just we'll stop here for now. All right. So yeah, thanks guys. Seriously, thank you so much for spending your time and your attention with me. Let me know if you have any feedback, comments, questions, whatever. Love to read it. I'll try and respond if I can. And yeah, I mean, if you enjoyed the video, please like, please subscribe. It helps me out. And I hope to see you guys next time. Till then, take care, guys. Thank you.